All right. What's up, everybody? My people in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, a lot of Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back at another video, a very unfortunate and sad video. Yesterday, NBA icon and Hall of Famer Jerry West died at the age of 86. His cause of death isn't known yet, but it's very sad. Jerry West, most people know, or a lot of people don't know about how great Jerry West was as a player or as a GM. Jerry West. The guy's the fucking NBA logo, for God's sakes. That's how great of a player he was. One of the greatest, guards in the history of the game. He's kind of forgotten because he only won one championship as a player. Even though he played for the Lakers and Los Angeles, he only won one title as a player. So he's not remembered as fondly as a Magic or a Kareem or a Shaq or a Kobe. Even though he's kind of a founding father for the Lakers, him and Elgin Baylor, and of course George Mikan. But Jerry West, this dude, he won a gold medal in college. He played 14 years in the NBA, played, I believe, 10 NBA finals, went 1-9. Of course, most of those losses came to the Boston Celtics, unfortunately, and two came to my New York Knicks. But, winning one NBA championship in 1972 as a member of arguably the greatest team in the history of basketball, the 71-72 Lakers, featuring himself and himself and Will Chamberlain. Elgin Baylor retired early in that season. They went on to win an NBA record 33 straight games, and they ended up winning the championship, beating my Knicks in 5 games. Jerry West, even though he stated, years ago they did 30 for 30 did a 3-part docuseries on the Celtics-Lakers rivalry. And in part 1, Jerry West stated he was happy to win a championship, but he was still, but it wasn't the same because they beat the Knicks. He said it would have meant more if they'd beaten the Boston Celtics. Of course, West they never beat the Celtics as a player. Matter of fact, in 1969, they lost to the Celtics in 7 games. But Jerry West was named Finals MVP, even though they lost. And honestly can't blame him because Jerry West, I believe, averaged 37 or 38. Like, Jerry West put up some great numbers. This dude was a bucket machine, bro. Dude averaging 35, 36, 37 like it's nothing. Mind you, he playing with Elgin Baylor and Gail Goodrich. And then eventually, Will Chamberlain, Hall of Famers and bucket getters in their own right, especially Elgin and Wilt. Here he is going against Willis Reed, and I believe that's Dick Barnett in the 1970 NBA Finals. And during this final series, they had one of the most iconic moments in NBA history. In Game 6, with a few seconds left to go in the game, Jerry West put up a proverbial Hail Mary, heaved a half-court shot, and the shot went in. And it sent the game into overtime. Now, had this been today, that would have won the championship. Had the three-point line been a thing back in 1970, this shot would have won the Lakers the championship. Jerry West's first ever championship. It went down one of the most iconic and clutch sports moments in history. Imagine if Jason Tatum or Luka Doncic or whoever heaved up a half-court shot to win the championship today. And I'm going to be addressing that finals in another video, by the way. But, that's how clutch his moment was. Jerry West was known as Mr. Clutch throughout his career. And Zeke from Cabin Creek, if I remember correctly. But unfortunately, they ended up losing Game 7 to the New York Knicks in the Madison Square Garden. But like I said earlier, they got their revenge in 1972. And then the Knicks got their revenge in 73. Jerry West retired as a player in 1974 and went over to become a coach and a front office guy for the Lakers. And he built the Laker dynasty. Jerry West, he was a great player, but he was probably an even greater GM. He's, to me, the greatest GM in the history of the NBA. And I don't even think it's particularly close. R.C. Buford, Jerry Krause, all these guys. If the Thunder can win a championship, I think Sam Presti would get in that conversation. Pat Riley, quiet as kept, is in that conversation. But I think it's Jerry West. He was able to get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from the Milwaukee Bucks, even though Kareem wanted to go to the Knicks, but the Knicks didn't want Kareem. But anyway, he ended up going to the Lakers, and then he drafted this cat right here, Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson. And then the 79-80 season, the Lakers won the championship. Magic and Kareem ended up leading the Lakers to 5 NBA championships throughout the decade of the 1980s, including a victory in 1984 over the Boston Celtics, 1985, over the Boston Celtics in 6 games. The first time the Lakers had ever defeated the Celtics in franchise history, doing so in Game 6 on the Parkade in Boston Garden. Time went on. Magic retired because we all know what happened. Kareem retired. Worthy retired, and it was time for a new era of Lakers. They ended up signing big-time free agent Shaquille O'Neal to a fat, I believe, $120 million contract. It was $120-some million. A young 24, 25-year-old Shaquille O'Neal. And they traded their center, Vlade Divac, to the Charlotte Hornets in exchange for the draft rights to a kid from Lower Merion High School in Philadelphia. Mr. Kobe Bean Bryant. And of course, these two, they had their issues. They went on to win three straight NBA championships, 2000, 2000 2001, 2002. Although Jerry West left the Lakers after their first championship in 2000. He went to the Memphis Grizzlies to build up that franchise. He ended up drafting, ironically, Kobe's future teammate, Mr. Pau Gasol, and turned the Grizzlies into a playoff team. Jerry West left the Grizzlies after a few years. Then he helped build up the Golden State Warriors franchise, helped them turn them into a dynasty. The Warriors were going to trade Klay Thompson in exchange for Kevin Love, and Jerry West told them not to do that. And it worked out in the end because Klay is part of their big three, Steph, Klay, and Draymond. And of course, he is with Kevin Durant. He ended up winning a championship with the Warriors as a GM. Then, of course, we all know Jerry West wound up going to the Lakers, or to the Clippers, pardon me, and getting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, but they've let Jerry West down. Only places Jerry West where he hasn't been and hasn't won a championship was the Memphis Grizzlies and the Clippers. Jerry West, even though he's no longer with us, his legacy looms over the NBA as the damn NBA logo. I mean, of all the players, they could have made Bill Russell the logo, Oscar Robertson, Kareem, Wilt Chamberlain, whoever, George Mikan. They chose this guy right here, Jerry West. I mean, he's probably one of the most important people in NBA history as a player, as a GM. He's one of the most important people in the history of NBA, and he will be missed. God bless his soul. You, Mr. Jerry West, thank you. As a basketball fan, thank you for everything you've done for the NBA. Unfortunately, the NBA is not in a good place right now, but that isn't your fault. You made the game better. You helped grow the game through your play and through your work as a general manager. I want to send my condolences to the family, Mr. West. He's an NBA icon who will be remembered forever. And I'll see you all.